here in the center. All right, I need to ask Miss Andrea a follow-up question about her advocacy. Let's call on judge number one, Miss Anu Besanas Fernandez. Good evening, Ms. Leia. Here's your question. As an advocate for LGBTQIA+ rights, how will you address discrimination in societies that still struggle with acceptance? And what steps can be taken to promote true inclusivity beyond this legal recognition? Again, as an advocate for LGBTQIA+ rights, how will you address discrimination in societies that still struggle with acceptance? And what steps can be taken to promote true inclusivity beyond this legal recognition? Thank you. We all feel the pressure to fit in sometimes, to be who others expect us to be. For those who didn't know, years ago I was also part of the LGBTQIA+, and I've had relationships with the same gender, and people were attacking me and throwing simple words that is, it's like I did something wrong, but luckily I overcome it. So for someone who is also feeling the way I felt, remember at the end of the day, it is our own lives, it is our own choice, and we deserve the freedom to be ourselves without judgment. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sa kalibon naman kita bukapuan, kaya doon naman kita matulungan sa napiling.
Asking her follow-up question for the advocacy, let us have our judge number two, Attorney Raymond G.
I really like her advocacy, for I too was an advocate of women. So, here's one quote. As an advocate for queer, how do you encourage people to adopt eco-friendly habits in their everyday lives? Do you have specific programs in mind? Again, as an advocate for greener earth, how do you encourage people to adopt eco-friendly habits in their everyday lives? Do you have specific programs in mind?
Our focus is part of collective action, and this makes sense of carrying responsibility to our community. And how do we promote my program that I say in my mind, we could have a program that plans local initiatives, and we did have a program that we advertise, and without our local leaders and our municipality like the walk, we can show that trash freedom already is achievable in everyone's contributes, and we can make proper reform to our guidelines and pass it out. Thank you very much, Ms. Guys. And now moving on to our next candidate from the N1. Since we asking our third lady to follow question, let us have our third judge as well, Attorney Edwin Prince Gonzalez.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
The question is, as an advocate for educators, how will you address bullying in schools?
Thank you. I've been teaching in one of the barangay here in our municipality, and this weekend avoid discriminations. But as a teacher, and I am passionate about nurturing and inculcating values in our kids and our children, I will teach them a good values. And good values also to start at home. And as a teacher, I will tell them the knowledge of respecting others, because I believe, ladies and gentlemen, kindness can conquer the world. And if we can teach everyone to be kind and all human, we can create a community where everyone is happy. And we can make a community a better, not just better, but best municipality to live in. That will be all. Thank you. People are only calling on to the conversation that gets to. And to ask you a question, let us have our board judge, Mr. Mario Andino.
Good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Please give an example of how you will empower women through education.
Thank you so much, sir. As a proud advocate of women empowerment through education, and as a future educator as well, I believe that education is the greatest equalizer. It has the power to break the cycle of poverty, open doors to opportunity, and empower individuals to make
Alam mo,
information
mamutanan nila.
about themselves. Me, I was born from a poor family, and I was raised by a single father, wherein he's right here, right now. And even though I came from a poor family, that is not a hindrance for me to continue my education. All you need to do is to have a determination and hard work in your heart. Because in my journey, I have seen how uneducated Filipina is using tools and knowledge that can be able to rise above challenges and create change not just for herself, but also for her community. Thank you. Thank you very much to Ms. Demetri. And now let's receive our next candidate. We have Ms. Elsie, ladies of the department. And our third judge to be asking a follow-up question is attorney Jessica Bernardo, CA. Good evening, Ms. My question for you is that if you were to use your voice to advocate for local farmers, what message would you share with people in I believe she is addressing further the question to be repeated. If you were to use your voice to advocate for local farmers, what message should you share with the people in Katipunan? I see Katipunan as a thriving municipality. And to all Katipuneros, I say that we should always embrace our land, for this is what makes our legacy, for what makes us one. And I want to say that being an agricultural engineering student, we should always think agriculture as not just a profession, but a more rewarding career. ensure that our senior citizens are not left behind, that they live with